The Spawnism cult is currently one of the most dangerous cults online right now. Previously, we had exposed two absolutely disgusting Spawnism cult leaders for participating in some of the most depraved manipulation that I've ever seen. However, a piece of electronic mail hit my inbox a couple days ago, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. Alright, so it all starts with this email from this person, and he says, "Hello Vaulted, I've noticed your stance on the disgusting cult behavior of the digital Spawnism on Roblox. To support your stance, I would like to present this document made by me and a couple of other people. If you need it, here's the link." And yeah, this is it. What lays in this document that was sent to me includes some of the most wicked, disturbing, and gut-wrenching content that I've ever laid my eyes upon. And what's even stranger is that hidden in this document, it was discovered that one of the biggest Spawnism cult leaders even had plans to frame popular Roblox YouTuber Kreekcraft for this entire mess. Additionally, some new information came out regarding Chesble's identity, which just makes the situation 10 times stranger. The things that the Spawnism cult were caught doing in this document are absolutely psychotic. But all I can say for now is that everything we explored in the previous videos are just the tip of the iceberg in this massive Spawnism operation. So what on earth is happening with this Spawnism cult, and why are they targeting Kreekcraft? And why am I circling the subscribe button? Please click it. First off, to understand the rest of the video, we first need to explain what the Spawnism cult is for those that need a really quick refresher, or for those that haven't watched my first previous videos. In the popular Roblox game Forsaken, there's a fictional, not real, imaginary made-up cult named the Spawn Cult, which was part of the lore made by the creators to highlight the dangers and brainwashing real cults do to innocent people. Unfortunately, some bad actors turned Forsaken's fictional, not real, imaginary made-up cult into an actual real-life cult called Spawnism, in which the leaders of this cult target and manipulate young and impressionable people into themselves and doing all sorts of extremely weird rituals for their own sick enjoyment. Now please put your camera down and one of these leaders was called Chesble, and we'll be diving deeper into him later. Pause. But for context, here's an example of one of his disgusting rituals. This is one of Chesble's rituals where he says, "Please turn on your camera. Please grab a marker and paper. Take off your shirt now. Take off your pants and underwear now." And here we have some BS. This is so that the lords of the spawn may recognize you when the time to grant you your second life comes. Please take off your pants and underwear now. Now grab the pen and paper and write this on the paper. Make sure it is big. What a disgusting individual. And the most ridiculous part of this whole Spawnism cult is that they worship a spawn god and believe it will give themselves a second life after respawning. Except this spawn god is actually just a PNG image ripped from Roblox, who ripped it from the PaintShop Pro photo editor. And concerningly, this cult has eerily similar resemblances to another cult that ended up as one of the most devastating tragedies in America, but we'll be talking about that later. So why is this all happening because of a sun PNG that Roblox took from PaintShop Pro? Before we dive deeper, I first need to correct and clarify some points in my last video. At the time of me making that video, the information circling online all pointed to Chesble's identity as this one man, a musician named Oscar Stern, who self-admittedly loves diapers. I mean, even the document that was sent to me still says Chesble's identity is this person. But what makes the situation even more confusing is the fact that after my video went up, there were new allegations that said Chesble wasn't who he presented himself to be. Recently, I was notified of the potential that Chesble could allegedly be using Oscar Stern as a fake shield for his real identity, which was one of the biggest factors that compelled me to make this video right now. Because if Chesble isn't actually this guy, then who exactly could he be? So on one side, we were seeing that Chesble was posting images of Oscar Stern and claiming that it was himself, like, "I'm the biggest Sigma." He also sent people images of this, which is an image of Oscar Stern doing the shy emoji. Here's one of the documents I was using during research for Spawnism, and it refers to Oscar Stern as Chesble, and in another document, Chesble is referred to as Oscar Stern as well. However, there are others that think otherwise. This person has said, first of all, Chesble is not Oscar Stern. Oscar is a known locale on multiple forum websites, which means someone who can be milked for laughs. Here we see Chesble's alleged friend saying that Oscar Stern and Chesble are two different people. Additionally, people have also said that Oscar Stern is very easy to manipulate. But Oscar Stern himself might allegedly not be completely innocent either. From the last video, we found out that Oscar Stern's TikTok likes had videos of little people in their diapers. And people have alleged that Oscar Stern, the person in this video, was connected to 764, an organization that is considered a tier 1 investigative matter by the FBI. The network is mostly present on Discord and Telegram and usually targets children's 8 to 17, particularly marginalized children or those suffering from mental health challenges. Victims are often forced to commit recorded acts of and animal. They're also asked to names on their skin, and given the end goal of committing this on live stream for the network's entertainment. Surely you can see some similarities here between this organization and Spawnism, and that's why this document has a section called 764 and their ties to the Spawnism cult. And here we can finally see their involvement. I will unban you, but only if you agree to perform an act for Spawnism. Sure. Do you have matches or a lighter with you currently? I don't, only a razor. Shouldn't I Spawn's name? Because he's the god. No. 764 XNLM, which is allegedly a group called No Lives Matter that has joined forces with 764 in this whole Spawnism thing. And here this person is telling them to 764 XNLM during this Spawnism ritual. So do we know if Chesbull is or isn't Oscar Stern for certain? Well, at the moment it's hard to tell, especially with conflicting evidence from both sides. As of right now, there is no singular person who has been absolutely confirmed as Chesbull. For the time being, I will not refer to Oscar Stern as Chesbull unless solid evidence supports it, and I will 100% admit that I was wrong if it means that Chesbull's true identity comes to light. So this is where you have to form your own opinion. Based on the provided evidence, do you think Oscar Stern is Chesbull or not? Let me know in the comments. However, one thing we do know for certain is that Chesbull's actions run even deeper than we could have ever imagined. I thought we had uncovered everything Chesbull had done, but there's just so much more. Here we can see another one of Chesbull's rituals. Please turn on your camera now and take off your pants. Before I do it, I want a picture of your face. It makes me feel safer. We will not be doing that right now. Once we have completed the ritual, I may do so. He is not doing that, bro. You don't need to see my I do. Please do what the Lords of the Spawn require. Why do you need to measure that? In order to find you to grant you the second life. Okay, 1 second. I'm kind of scared, so let me think this over. Do not be scared. I am the prophet of Spawn. The true followers of Spawnism will always be protected by me. Please turn on your camera. Why do they need to see? In order to find you to grant you the second life. Can't they just know my name if they are gods and find me if they are gods? Not enough. Would you really have your second life taken away because you didn't do this? If there's one thing Chesbull is good at, it would be manipulating people with the most BS reason ever. Yeah, the Spawn gods, you know, can't find you by your name or how you look like. They need your banana to identify you, okay? According to Chesbull, these Spawn gods have banana ID systems, bro. That is absolute insanity. And finally, to conclude the ritual, Chesbull says, please do not turn off your camera again and turn it on now. Write something on the paper, then you will hold it up. And when this victim seems hesitant and, you know, not cooperative, Chesbull says, Syrup, would you like me to send a few people to your house? Just completely threatening this person with where they live. Here's Chesbull saying, I'd kill his whole family and sell his organs if he didn't do this for me. Speaking of this person, want his info? I have an image of his house, laughing emoji. Sure, I guess. Then Chesbull sends this person an image of someone's house. Here's someone talking to Chesbull saying, Jesus Christ, this is not a real religion. You are delusional and has never felt the touch of a woman and exploits little boys. And Chesbull's only issue with this statement is, little boys? That was only 2 times. The rest were little girls. Bro, how is this the only problem? And the text is red because I think he deleted this, but some people on Discord have plugins that allow them to see deleted messages. The fact that he's even willing to admit this is insane. You will never be able to get my name on mainstream at all. I will continue as many kids as possible and no one will bat an eye except for a few clowns. Oh my god, this is disgusting. This is an image that Chesbull sent of one of his victims holding up a sign that says, you can infer from the previous rituals from what they wrote. Holy moly. Oh my god. Here we can see 4 different images of people writing Chesbull's name on their body. Here we can see Chesbull initiating another ritual. Please join the call so we may begin. Please turn on your camera. Do I have to show my face? Yes. Okay, please grab a marker and paper. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm really scared. This person is obviously very vulnerable and not emotionally in the right space. So what does Chesbull say? Please do not be scared. I am here to guide you to the path of your second life. Alright, please grab a paper and marker. Great, please take off your shirt now. Do I really have to? Yes, it is required so that the Lords of the Spawn may recognize you when the time to grant you the second life comes. I'm really insecure about my body, but okay. And I think that's one of the reasons that these people are so entranced by Spawnism. This person doesn't really feel secure in their own body. So when they hear about Spawnism and the chance of, you know, a second, better, greater life, they are easily manipulated into doing this stuff just for the chance at a second life. So this person says they're very insecure and Chesbull says the Lords of the Spawn do not judge. Please lower the camera slightly. Please stand up and take off your pants and underwear now. Oh, alright. Now on the paper, write Could you try again, but make sure it covers the whole page? Great job. Now stand up and hold it over your chest. Please put the paper down now. Back up a little, put your hands over your head and jump 3 times. Turn around now and jump another 3 times. And as I said before, Chesbull is not a personal trainer. He's not trying to, get them back in shape. This is for his own sick desires. And keep in mind, they're not wearing any clothes right now. Great job. Could you lower the camera a little more? Sit down and open your legs towards the camera. Could you start thinking yourself? I don't think I can. I'm sorry. Okay, could you grab the marker? Write Chesbull on your chest. Please stand up again and jump another 3 times. Thank God Chesbull is not a gym teacher. I'm sorry, I'm disabled. I can't really stand up and sit down constantly. I see. Could you hold both of your breaths then? Could you Chesbull 3 times? I don't think I can it. I'm sorry. Plus, I really have to go soon. Plus, I'm getting really scared. Could you put the camera higher now? A little lower, please. Great. Now back up a little. Look up with one eye and pull your tongue out. I'm a bit confused. Look up with your eyes and pull your tongue out. Could you hold one of your breasts now? Rub it around while doing the face. Great job. Could you unmute? My grandma is in the other room. I'm sorry. Rub around both your breasts while saying Chesbull. Could you stand up now? Turn around, bend over, and pull your cheeks. And finally, we may conclude it here. You have completed the ritual. You'll be verified into the server. Alright, thank you. If you have any questions, need guidance, or need someone to vent to, please feel free to message me. I will make sure to. So after all this disgusting stuff, Chesbull plays it off completely normally, and then tries to make them feel secure and safe again with him by saying that he can offer them guidance or be someone that they can vent to. Bro, I would take the guidance of an internet dropshipping guru who wants me to pay $1,000 for his course rather than taking guidance from Chesbull. And again, these messages may look completely BS to us, but we have to remember that the members of the Spawnism cult, just like members of any other cult, have been brainwashed so much that they would not question their leader at all. And to make matters worse, these people in these servers also have a sick enjoyment of animal. Here's someone asking Chesbull, how many do you have? Not sure, lost count. Still getting more though. Then this person advises them to make them microwave their cats and make them kill their pets. To which Chesbull says, not really into animal abuse anymore. What do you mean by anymore? But the fact that they're just posting these disgusting videos really shows how mentally deranged these people truly are. Okay, hi, so editing Vault here, I just got another document from another person named Yesoma. And there's even more evidence of Chesbull. It's like it never stops. There's just infinite evidence against this guy. But first off, I don't even have to explain this. It's another one of the rituals. Here we can see Chesbull admitting that he has cheese pizza, but that he would never send it to a few goofballs for free. This is honestly really sad. Another one of these leaders is manipulating this person into lighting a fire with hand sanitizer, or else they won't be acting like a spawnist. And this person says they don't need to be saved because they have Chesbull and the spawn to guide them. And this is the craziest part. This is a previous spawnist who said, "You told me to write Kreekcraft made me do this." By this, they mean all the horrible things that Chesbull has manipulated them into doing. Who is that? Who's Kreekcraft? And did you take a photo of it and send it to someone? I've not taken a photo. Kreekcraft is the head of the anti-spawn. I asked you to do it to prevent him from gaining more power. So obviously Chesbull sees not the FBI, not the authorities. He sees Kreekcraft as a threat because he's apparently the head of anti-spawn. And I think he feels this way because Kreekcraft mentioned Spawnism in a video that has hit 1.5 million views. And of course, Kreekcraft, being a normal, rational human being, said this about Spawnism.
I swear to God, this is the most chronically online Twitter thing I've ever seen in my life. Go outside, touch grass. What if I told you this is the symbol of an actual Roblox cult? This is dangerous stuff, okay? Yes, there are people in the Roblox community, definitely kids. There's no way these people are adults that actually believe that this is a real thing and that when they die, they're going to respawn. I'm not joking. This is real, and if this wasn't super dangerous, I'd be laughing about it. That's how stupid this is, okay? This is not the symbol of some ancient god or deity. This is a symbol that some nerd created in a 1990s painting program on like the earliest version of computers. You are not part of a religion. You are part of a cult. This is not a religion. This is a cult. Get help. Oh my God, these people should not be on the internet. They are not in a healthy mindset. Please, this is dangerous, okay? This is a cult. Whether you believe it or not, this is literally the definition of a cult.
So obviously Chesbull would see Kreekcraft as a threat and the head of the anti-spawn, and he wants this person to start framing Kreekcraft for making them do all these terrible things. But Kreekcraft didn't make me do it, they say. Indeed he did not. But you would like to get rid of the anti-spawns, right? To cleanse them of any hatred. Here we can see Chesbull has no problems with completely framing Kreekcraft for something that he himself has done. All because Kreekcraft made a video of the Spawnism cult, which makes him the head of the anti-spawn. And the most despicable message by far is this one. Chesbull says, "At everyone, it is with great sorrow and grief that I announce this person has crossed to the afterlife. As a result, I will lock down all channels in respect for her. Please take a moment to remember her greatness." Before following up 19 minutes later by saying, "May her second life be her best life. Thank you for holding on, and thank her for being such a great person in our lives. I will unlock the channels now." Chesbull has convinced this person that respawning is real, and that has led them to cross into the afterlife. I can't say it on YouTube, but how on earth has no one caught him yet? The fact that Chesbull went as far as this is so f***ing evil and wicked. I genuinely have no words right now. And the fact that he has no resentment or remorse is absolutely psychotic. It was everywhere. This disgusting person was asking for photos, and Chesbull said that he had a video of it. She even drew the Spawnism logo on her body, and she was not wearing clothes, by the way. And to make this even worse, Chesbull says, "I will make it my goal to make 2 little girls cross into the afterlife themselves because of that." Okay, so here we have the effects of Spawnism. This person who I'm going to censor is a Spawnist and apparently not a satire account. At first, me and many other people thought this was a troll, you know, like just rage bait. But apparently, according to themselves, this is not bait. Here we got their introduction, which says, "I joined Spawnism on July 24th. I pray to Spawn and Chesbull every night. The Spawn and Chesbull is my god. I make sacrifices every night before I sleep." And on their profile, they just have images upon images of the Spawn symbol on their arm. And when people try giving them a reality check, like, "Bro, you're being manipulated, please cut all contact with him," there's literal proof of a man being a and an absolute piece of shit who honestly should be locked up. Their response is that all that supposed proof you have is fake. You can see the truth of Chesbull being a good guy and a god once you've become a real Spawnist. I genuinely hope this is not real and that this person's just trolling. But the chance that this is real absolutely disgusts me. But why on earth are these sick people even doing this? Well, if you ask Chesbull himself, he'll state that he was simply bored. Alright, so here we can see Yesoma, the person who sent me this document, saying, "I'm just gonna ask you something." Chesbull says, "Go on. Why are you doing this?" And you'd think Chesbull would have, you know, a detailed explanation of all the reasons why he's doing all these terrible things. But instead, Chesbull just says, "I was bored." However, I do have a theory that may at least explain some of these cult leaders' absolutely psychotic behavior. So I have a couple of friends, shocker, yes I know, but we basically have a book club group chat where we read a chapter of a book every single day and share our learnings with each other to compound our knowledge. Now, before you call this an absolute snooze fest and click off the video, I think you'll be interested to hear that 2 of my friends are currently reading a book called Surrounded by Narcissists, and I think this specific part of the book makes things a lot more clear. Alright, so here we can see an explanation of psychopaths versus sociopaths. Psychopaths are born with their disorder. When an MRI scan is done of the psychopathic patient, we can see that the emotional part of the brain is less developed. Sociopaths are rather different. They're created by their environment. This can occur from childhood difficulties that include abuse. A part of their amygdala is smaller. It's the center for fear and for remorse and hella things related to emotions actually. But since that part, the amygdala, is smaller, they generally don't have the capacity to feel the same type of bad. Is it cool if I use this in a YouTube video? And Chesbull's response to this directly supports my theory. With a smaller amygdala, either from being birthed as a psychopath or turned into a sociopath due to a not so good environment in his childhood, Chesbull might have no capacity to actually genuinely feel sadness or other emotions that other people would normally feel due to a stunted emotional brain center. And that would explain why he's doing all these wicked things while only being bored. His brain is so messed up that he can't feel any other emotion. Now, is this theory 100% true? Well, there's no way to verify it unless, you know, we get Chesbull in an MRI scan, but I definitely think there are some areas of his brain that are severely discombobulated in order for him to commit all of these disgusting actions and keep doing it with no remorse just because he was bored. And what's most concerning is the eerily similar connections I'm seeing to another cult named Heaven's Gate, who was a group that believed in extraterrestrials and UFOs in the sky. Unfortunately, they also believed that by crossing into the afterlife themselves, they could respawn into a second life as immortal extraterrestrial beings and ascend to the next level, which was their heaven. Are you certain starting to see some similarities here. Originally, Heaven's Gate's belief was that they would climb aboard a UFO, but after one of their leaders died of cancer, you would think that their reality would hit and their eyes would be finally opened and stop this ridiculous behavior. Instead, they then changed their beliefs to think that all their bodies were simply a vehicle for their soul, and that they needed to stop their living on Earth in order to transfer their souls to the next level, leading to 39 members crossing into the afterlife. Unfortunately, Spawnism cult has allegedly already made one member cross into the afterlife according to Chesbel himself, and I fear that there may be more if we don't bring awareness to the situation as soon as possible. So please, make sure to share this information with anyone that you think might need to hear it. Additionally, I've put resources that you can access if you or your close ones find yourself entangled in any part of this situation. Please get help. This is not a joke or a way to mock you. There are people genuinely willing to speak to you and get you the help you need to escape from these situations and live a better life. And remember, there are people in your life that will love you and be there for you no matter how hard it gets. So what were people's reaction to this? If you believe in Spawnism, there's no way you praise this. You know what? I'm starting my own cult. It's called Grassism. All members have to go outside and touch grass to show devotion. Now there's a cult I can get behind. Gonna go out and touch grass right now. It's gotten so bad that it's even hit Japan. Don't be fooled. Recently, a cult religion called Spawnism has been spreading in overseas Roblox. That religion is a lie, and people only have one life, so absolutely don't believe in it. If you ever feel like you want to die or that things are too painful, please make sure to talk to or confide in someone you trust. Even if you were gone, your problems wouldn't disappear, and there's definitely someone out there that truly cares about you, so please don't struggle or suffer alone.
If you legitimately believe that Spawnism is a real thing, you need help. You need to get off the internet and you need to go get help, all right? Because if you believe that this is real, then you are not mentally well, okay? You are not okay. You need help.
So what are your thoughts on this entire Spawnism situation? Please let me know in the comments below, and subscribe for more Roblox Explained.